Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom,
A lot of the times when we're manifesting something, we can't physically see with our two eyes what is going on. Let me put it like this. When you're ordering something on Amazon, obviously you can't see them packing your item. You can't see them shipping it out. You just know that your package is coming, okay? All that shit is going on in the background. May not be able to see it, but you know your stuff is coming. That's how I need you to think when you're manifesting something. Stop making it so hard. You don't plant the seed and then dig it up. Hi, I'm Cindy and I'm a mindset relationship coach that helps women and men how to change their mindset when it comes to relationships. Now, first things first, please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I do offer one-on-one coaching. The email is in my description. My Sexy Mindset Makeover Academy is in my description if you would like to change your self-concept, manifest your specific person, and generate wealth. And we shall begin. One thing I need you guys to understand when you're robotically affirming really speeds up the movement process by like 80% more. A lot of times you hear coaches, they say, don't robotically affirm, do this, visualize. Okay, all those techniques are wonderful, okay? But robotic affirming is the best technique because it's speeding it up. The reason why some people don't like it is because they just make it difficult. They act like it's exhausting, and the only reason it's becoming exhausting to you is probably because you're doing it all day long and not living your life. You're prioritizing it high as hell on a pedestal, and no wonder you're fucking tired. Robotic affirming speeds up things so fast for me to where like I start to see movement right after I'm done with my affirmations, like immediately. And I want everybody that's on my channel to get to that point. You are missing out if you do not like robotic affirming. I feel like once people start robotically affirming and getting these fast results, they kind of just drop all the other techniques. Think about it like this. It's 2024. There's always something new for us to figure out, and whatever the fucking fastest technique there is out there, people are just gonna go along with that. I'm one of those people is I want my shit fast. I'm very, very, very impatient, and robotic affirming has changed my life. I've been in situations that weren't like necessarily dangerous. Well, I mean, kinda, but there's been situations I have been in and I'm like, you know, I just prefer it to not be that way. And because I'm God of my reality, I don't have to put up with it. You can be that selfish because you can have whatever the hell you want. Things don't have to go a bad way. The bridges of events technically can, if you don't like something that pops up and whatever, it's a bridge of event, you can robotically affirm it to be something else and it can change instantly. That's why I like robotic affirmations so much, because they're so powerful. You have to understand, like, your mind is a computer. So when you're manifesting and there's movement going on and you're starting to see synchronicities, I like to see it this way, okay? It's your subconscious mind communicating with your conscious mind. So you start to see evidence of your person's name everywhere, or you start to see more evidence of like money, like let's say it's $100,000 that you're manifesting, and you might start to see those numbers everywhere. You start to see people talk about this a lot, or bumping into people who make that type of money. That's your subconscious mind communicating with your conscious mind, like, hey, know what you want and we're bringing it to you. Or you can just say it's a wink from the universe that you're on the right path. So when there's movement going on, where people go wrong is they're like, you know, because we live in a society that's very masculine and we like to see it with our two eyes. If I don't see it, then I don't believe it. Okay, that is not a good way to be thinking. Think about people who have built their businesses. They probably were making money for a little bit at first, and then the money started to come in, but you have to have that blind faith. Okay, because if you don't have faith and stuff, how are things getting created in the first place? You have to believe, right? So how do you build up that faith? That's by robotically affirming, that repetition. Your subconscious mind loves repetition. When you're doing these affirmations, you're not really understanding what's going on, and your conscious mind is like, okay, I don't see how this works. It doesn't really matter what your conscious mind thinks. What matters is what your subconscious mind thinks. Because I hear people even say, I do feel like I'm worthy of love. Their subconscious mind is on a whole other program, and I can see in their behaviors and some of the things that they're saying, you don't feel like you're worthy of love, obviously, okay? That's why I'm saying your subconscious mind is millions and millions times more powerful than your conscious mind. You're only using 5% of your conscious mind and 95% of your subconscious mind. Think about a ship. The captain of the ship is the conscious mind, and then the subconscious mind is just all the shit going on in the background to get this shit going, right? So when you guys start digging up your manifestation, you start trying to search for evidence. I don't see it. They haven't said this. It's been 2 weeks. What the hell is going on? You're just digging up the seeds that you planted. People get results of robotic affirmations within 3 days. Me, I start to see movement actually right after, and then some things I might start seeing movement 3 days to 2 weeks, depending on how much resistance I have to that thing. Typically, and I've noticed this with like other little manifestations I've been manifesting lately, I've been getting movement like after I'm done saying the affirmation. I'm like, oh, okay, my subconscious mind has officially been impressed. You just make it harder when you're setting different commands like, where is it? Okay, so your subconscious mind is gonna start searching for where is it, because your mind is a computer. You know, your subconscious mind is just taking your commands as you go. Like, you're saying, where is it? You're searching for it. You're fucking up your manifestations by doing that shit. How are you going to tell your subconscious mind, oh, I'm a millionaire, and then 20 minutes later, I'm broke as fuck. I hate paying all these bills, okay? You're being very double-minded. And a lot of times we don't even realize when we're being double-minded. Like I said, you're being double-minded when you're always searching for evidence. You're being double-minded and you're saying two different things. And this is very unconscious. We don't even realize that we're doing it. I'm helping somebody manifest a specific person right now, and he was saying, yeah, he's like, she loves me, she loves me. He only did it 5 times. The next day she texted him that she loves him. And then while we're communicating, he's like, well, I know she's talking to other people. I fucking hate that. And then this, and then going on with this story. And I'm like, dude, you're self-sabotaging the manifestation just by that alone. Yeah, they may be saying something that you don't like. They may be saying the opposite of your affirmations, but you really need to walk by faith with this and just kind of block out this world. Do hobbies, do whatever you can to kind of just get your mind off of this subject. Just because you don't see, it doesn't matter, okay? So think about it like this. Not even just the Amazon package. You can't even see what's going on. You just know your shit is about to be here. What happens, like say you're manifesting wealth, okay? Because that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna give you a perfect example with wealth and with this little other manifestation. My friend, he had an idea. He's like, I need to start going to the gym and focusing on myself. Crazy thing is that day he had that idea, I had an idea to just restart my gym membership. It was either that day or the day before. I just got the idea, I need to start my gym membership. So I go to the gym and I'm thinking about him. I'm like, dude, it'd be so cool if I just bring him to the gym with me. I need to bring him to the gym. 20 minutes later, he calls me. I was like, dude, I was just thinking about you. And I was like, we need to go to the gym. He's like, that's funny. I just got that idea 2 days ago. So think about all the things that had to occur in the background for that to happen. So I was his manifestation. Like, I got the idea, you know, because we're all connected, to go to the gym, and then all these things just started coming together like a puzzle piece. Because your subconscious mind is extremely intelligent. It's doing all of that work for you without you having to do anything. You don't even have to lift a finger. I just got the idea. That was inspired action, okay? It wasn't me trying to force the 3D. Listening to people when they say you have to take action. No, it's going to be inspired. I didn't know that that was going to lead to somebody else's manifestation, let alone my own manifestation. Like I said, I'm actually manifesting wealth. So I'm bumping into people who are highly successful, own companies, and this is a part of my bridge of events. So now that I'm kind of seeing the puzzle piece come together, you will start to see, like when you're robotically affirming, you'll see the puzzle pieces coming together, because robotically affirming is the fastest way. I don't give a shit what nobody says. You'll see everything coming together and you kind of just trust the process. You'll see that everybody is playing a role in your manifestation. It's so weird how everyone is just playing a role. Whatever has to move will move out the way. You don't have to do anything. Everything is working out. Your mind is moving mountains. That's how powerful you are. I need you to really sit back and relax and just understand that you don't have to see anything. Because when you hear stories, success stories about people manifesting their person, they'll be like, well, I did this, and like very logically it would make sense, because you got to understand when your manifestation shows up, it's going to happen very, very, very logically. Help somebody else out with their specific person, with their boyfriend, and he was not a bad guy, just she wanted more out of him. So she did her robotic affirmations And a week later, there was a conversation that had led up, like they were in the car and she didn't force this conversation. This guy out of nowhere just asked a question, like, how do women feel when they're not being treated like a princess? Something along those lines. And then she told him, and she wasn't even thinking about that. She just told him to answer the question, and her man was right there, and that gave him the idea to start doing more. And she didn't know that this conversation was going to happen. You know how many events had to occur for that to happen? Time does not exist. Just like when you bump into somebody at a store that you just thought about, think about all the things you had to do perfectly that day in order to bump into them. Okay, nothing is outside of you. You have to understand you're the one in control here. I use that as a really good success story because I'm like, damn, so like you guys were in the car and then that happened, and that just gave him the idea of, oh, that was his way. Because you have to understand, when people start conforming, when you're manifesting, they conform in a way that is more natural for them. And for him, that was natural for him to start, oh, I need to get my shit together and do more for my girlfriend. So all those events started happening. And I hear stuff like that all the time. They're like, oh, like they had a conversation with somebody and then they started getting the feelings again. It's like kind of like that. So all the things, your reality is shifting and molding in a way to bring your manifestation. You don't have to do anything. And you have to understand it's happening so naturally to where it looks like it was going to happen anyway, because you change your mindset. You visualize it in your mind, because when you're manifesting, you're getting these images of how it's going to play out in so many different ways. Your mind is so powerful. You're creating these neural pathways in your mind, and you're seeing it as possible because you lived it in your imagination already. That's when you're like, oh, I already seen that was going to happen. I already knew it, because you imagined it in your mind first, and your subconscious mind doesn't understand if this is something that's actually going on versus if it's reality. I know you guys liked my video. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I offer one-on-one coaching. My email's in my description. My Sexy Mindset Makeover Academy is in my description. If you guys would like to change your self-concept and manifest your specific person and manifest wealth. See you for my next video.
Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.